Nigel Martin and Richard Wright nursing ankle injuries. The former Scotland under-21 goalkeeper Ian Taylor makes his Premiership debut. Alan Stubbs, cut tight against Chelsea, replaces Matteo Ferrari. James McFadden is in for Kevin Kilbane.
First, the away team, Blackburn. #1 in goal today, Brad Friedel.
It's good news and bad news for Blackburn. The bad news, Morten Gamst Pedersen failed a test of his troublesome hamstring before the game and is replaced by Brett Everton. And Craig Bellamy, who's missed the last 5 matches, is back, intent on causing mischief. Well, he's drinking water, but it could well be champagne. That's what's sitting on his desk after being named as the January Manager of the Month. Our two sides who had a good January, in decent form, setting their sights now on a place in Europe, out of the cups, and it promises to be a good old English scrap on a freezing cold afternoon on the banks of the Mersey. Big afternoon for the young goalkeeper, Ian Turner. His Premiership debut, the first time in front of the Gladys Street end. It's a little bit like Chris Woods. Of course, Gary played with you at Nottingham Forest, and you had a chat before the game.
Yeah, he came straight across to me and had a chat about the injury situation, and he was fed up of hearing all the noises coming on television about how daft the goalkeeper was for getting injured in the goal. They are actually allowed to go in the main goal and warm up the 15 minutes for crosses. So I said I'd put his point across for him, so there it is.
First time that you've ever stuck up for a goalkeeper. You used to destroy them.
Some might say that, others might not.
Andy Todd. With a strong tackle from Phil Neville. He's earned himself a bit of a reputation as a hard man this season. He's one caution away from a 3rd suspension of a season.
You do need an enforcer in there in the centre of midfield, and he does that.
Robbie Savage to take a free kick. Header away by Cahill. Every Everton man but McFadden back defending. Michael Gray. Brett Emerton back in the side today. Reid to Gray. Cinema upon goal. Emerton congested on that far side.
It'd be interesting to see how Blackburn do without Pedersen. It's a big loss for them, and so influential this season for them.
He's the top scorer in the league with 7 goals. They do, of course, have Craig Bellamy back in the side today, so it is a kind of like for like. And Bellamy there as well, Bentley should I say, can also score goals, as proven against Manchester United.
It just shows what a decent squad Mark Hughes is putting together now. Forget that Paul Dickoff's out as well, and he's been vital to them. I'm sure the defenders in the Premiership are delighted to see him injured.
Massive kick from Turner, beat his flick. Came off at half-time against Chelsea for protection. Has made it today. Emerton. Now Pongo. And the team today ahead of Kifty Kuchin. It's a great little sprint from the man on loan from Liverpool. Stubbs had to get in the way and whacked into the Gladys Street end from Stephen Reid.
It's a poor effort in the end from Reid, but Pongo did ever so well. Showed a frightening pace there. Skips away quite comfortably, keeps it in, and Robbie Savage, you'll see in a minute, is in a terrific position. Just couldn't pull it back, acres of space there, and Reid comes in, off balance, high and wide, and Robbie Savage had that ball gone, through to him. He's in on goal, 1-on-1.
Valente. Cry of handball, of course. Andy Todd fell foul of that the last time the sides met and got himself sent off. Michael Gray hits it long. It's a good turn of pace from Emerton. Holds up in that corner as well, and that was the sensible thing for Hibbert to do.
That's intelligent though from Gray. Just flung it into the corner, let Emerton chase onto it, put them under pressure, Get them turned early in the game, the defenders of Everton.
Great. Stubbs away. They may have a rookie goalkeeper, but they have two central defenders in Weir and Stubbs who have almost 1,000 games between the two of them. Pongo. Everton. We've been on the side for 5 games. We'll have a point to prove to the manager. Pongo. Great. Mikel Arteta still hoping he's got an outside chance of making the Spanish squad for the World Cup finals, with Barcelona's Xavi injured at the moment. Nice turn for Bellamy. Beats Weir not once but twice. No corner though for the whirling Kurdish.
That's what he's capable of. So quick. Seemingly right in the corner here, no way out. Bit of ability, checks again. Doesn't know whether he's coming or going where. Just gets a little bit lucky there, but it's not bad from Bellamy. They're the areas you do your trickery in.
Pivot, hitting it long, no offside. Bellamy's got a chance. Oh, well, the flag goes in now. Bellamy wasn't offside, but the referee's assistant believes that Cahill was.
Well, I think he's got it right. Beattie, it looked, for all intents and purposes, they were both off. But Beattie chested it down, and that wasn't offside, it was the fact.
Well, as you can see, both were on.
Yeah, onside, and this is where it goes wrong. Had Beattie gone on and taken it there, they'd have let that stand. But you can see he's clearly offside when Beattie brings that into play. And that's not very intelligent. Been a bit harsh maybe, because in that situation you're desperate, you're in front of goal and you want to take your chance, but you have to try and read the situation as well. Had Beattie gone by himself, it's one-on-one with the keeper. Good decision by the linesman.
Linesman on the far side is Mark Warren. Pivot. Beats his head up. Played by Ryan Nelson. Alan Stubbs just tees it up. Everton. Great. There's Phil Neville. Beats his touch. McFadden lurking with intent. Friedel comes and loses it. And... oh! Dear me. Well, it's James McFadden, but he won't like anybody identifying a miss like that.
Well, that'll be what happened next, won't it? Dear me, total confusion. Beattie causing it. Never let it bounce. Friedel's come a long way. You just got to tease that into the net. That is a pig-style miss. He's trying to break the back of the net. Total confusion. Shouldn't have let it bounce the defender, but look at this. You have to keep it just on target. Along the floor, it's a goal. It's going for the spectacular. And he's got out of jail there.
Well, he's obviously been watching Soccer AM, because that was the crossbar challenge and Tactical McFadden all in one.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It's a terrific chance. He got his look, he didn't know where the ball was. All of a sudden it's in front of him. All you have to do, keep your head, composure, keep it on target, it's a goal. He didn't, he tried to break the back of the net, and he lived to regret that in this particular game.
Oh, Stubbs. Oh, the goalkeeper comes now. Did he use his hand? Now, that stopped a goal-scoring opportunity. It would have been one-on-one, and what a tough call this is for Ian Turner. On his Premiership debut, virtually the first time he's used his hands in the game. If the referee sticks to the letter of the law, Gary, he's got to go.
I'll find it. I think that's very, very harsh. I think that is so harsh.
Well, the law says if it's an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, no matter who the player is, he has to go.
Well, his defender is right in front of him, and he's headed the ball straight down at him. And can he get out of the way? Can he stop it happening?
And Everton are now down to goalkeeper number 4.
Well, here we go, and again it's confusion. Not aware where the goalkeeper is. It's touched his hand, he's gone down. Stubbs thought he was in his area. You've got to look and make sure he has handled it. But is it a goal-scoring opportunity? Stubbs is still beyond the goalkeeper. I think he would have got to it first. It's a total letter of the law. But Stubbs was still the last man there and still could have cleared that situation.
Everton down to 10 men. Everton down to goalkeeper number 4, teenager John Ruddy.
This time, number 30, and again making his Premiership senior debut, John
Tough call for James McFadden. Should have scored a goal. He has to be sacrificed with only 10 minutes of the game gone. And John Ruddy, who is a graduate of Cambridge United, that is, comes on to replace Ian Turner, who definitely used his hand, and the referee deemed that to be an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
I'm not convinced.
Well, even the Everton fans will be forgiven for not recognising the two goalkeepers today. What a big chance for Ruddy to make a name for himself. I know it's cruel, it's professional, but you've got to go straight for goal with a free kick like this, Gary, haven't you?
Yeah, I would think so. Put him under pressure straight away, but the referee's got to make sure that wall is back 10 yards. He's nowhere near at the moment.
Savage will test it, and Everton protect their young keeper.
Well, it's been the most bizarre 5 minutes or so I think I've seen for a long time in the Premiership. The other end, we see McFadden should have scored. Total confusion between goalkeeper and defender. And 2 minutes later, up the other end, total confusion between defender and goalkeeper, resulted in one getting sent off.
What a bizarre opening 10 minutes. Everton should have been 2 up. It's 0-0 and they're a man down. Emerton's corner. Beattie gets ahead of there. It's mayhem in the Everton penalty area. And Todd heads it over.
He's trying to put too much power into that, Todd. I think he needed quite so many neck muscles to get that on target. Beattie, we see, misses it here. Comes through, was the handball. And now we see Todd just tried to get too much on, slightly behind him. I think if he'd have just teased it in a little bit, he's in a lot of space. There we see, tries to too much on it, and high and wide. That was a brave call from that man there.
Well, no room for sentiment in the game. It's harsh at the top. And David Moyes' team's afternoon has been turned topsy-turvy in the space of 4 or 5 minutes. Well, Everton have made an absolutely flying start before that. Now they have to dust themselves down and play against the odds.
Strange game this. Blackburn probably should have been, as you say, 2-0 down. The offside, one where it actually went in the net, and then the confusion with Friedel, and all of a sudden they're playing against 10 men.
There's Nelson. Skies the ball. Nuno Valente. Little flick, and Cahill's offside again.
He'll get a grasp of that rule in a short while, I'm sure. Cahill.
Look at that. 0-0. Quarter of an hour gone. Less than quarter of an hour gone. It could well have been 1-0.
And there we see now, if Beattie takes that on, that is a goal. Well, might have been a goal, but as soon as he comes into play there, Cahill, it isn't.
Here goes Beattie, full steam ahead.
Well, Beattie, I think he's taken a long time to settle in at Everton. A lot of people questioned whether it was a good buy, but he's finally settling in. You don't always settle in overnight as a player. I should know that better than anybody. And he's finally getting into the hearts of the Everton fans.
Neville's throw. There's Beattie, who's the meat in the sandwich then. It's on the borderline of the referee having a case to answer. There's Neville. An air kick from Phil Neville. Bellamy. Now Reed. Everton a little short on this side. Bellamy making the most of the space. It's a great cross. Goal! Right across goal, but no luck.
Well, that was terrific from Bellamy. Put it on a plate for Goal, and he should have hit the target. Lovely ball from Reed. Now, I think there's offside there, certainly. But the referee and the linesman didn't give it. The ball's terrific. Just hit the target. You 1-0 up. Not even done that. Past the post. That was interfering with play. Was right in the line there. That's got to be offside. Wasn't given. But then you should punish the opposition when it's not given. And he didn't do it.
Beattie. Now Bentley.
You can see why the Everton fans were so incensed with that particular attack from Blackburn, because there was a clear offside. Could have cost them.
The challenge from behind. Arteta was fouled, but maybe didn't make the most of it.
Yeah, he did go down easily. I think there was contact there. A yellow card for him. He gets tight on here. Just runs into the back of him, really. No real need for a booking there. The referee's got that one wrong.
Arteta, and offside again, the second that's been cancelled out for Cahill today.
Well, he's not happy. He's having a go at the assistant there. And here's another one that Cahill clearly thought was a goal. It wasn't. He was a mile offside, and again the assistant got it totally right.
Neville, well anticipated by Nelson to Emerton, bumped into Hibbert. Took a deflection. It's a corner to Everton.
Oh, anything to lift the spirits of the Everton fans.
Maybe this is the best chance for Everton when they get a set-piece situation. Savage heads away. Osman. Arteta. Blocked by Reed. Osman on his feet. Arteta. Stopped by Savage. And quickly, a beat is there! And against all odds, Everton take the lead!
Well, Blackburn went totally to sleep there, didn't defend it at all. The ball was terrific put in. Beattie loves supply like that. Thrives on it. And you've got to admire the way they have composed themselves. And here we see it, they're losing totally. Fast asleep, not offside. Time to run to perfection. That's just a top-class header. Gets away, but where are the centre-halves? They've just stopped. They're switched off. Beattie takes full advantage. Friedel, no chance. That is top draw. Look, switches off there. Beattie's gone a yard and a half. You don't stop that. That's poor defending.
It's the kind of thing that'll be practiced time after time after time on a training ground and executed to perfection. 10-man Everton lead the 11 of Rovers. Somehow it was the Merseysiders who found the extra space. What a strange afternoon. The cross, Savage is up there, and the shot blocked by Stubbs. The handful of Blackburn fans inside the stadium appealing for handball. Fell on deaf ears.
Golden goal time. James Beattie's first goal of the day here at Goodison Park was a goal that being scored at 32 minutes and 25 seconds. 32 minutes and 25 seconds.
32 minutes. The goal was announced at 22 minutes of bizarre but rip-roaring stuff at Goodison.
When Mark Hughes sees the replay of that goal, he'll have serious questions to ask about Nelson, because he just switched off, lost concentration, and allowed Days Beattie to get in the biggest gap he's seen this afternoon.
And Cahill this time has a friend in the referee's assistant on the far side, Mr. Warren.
I thought he might have a quiet afternoon, but no chance there. Saw a little nudge from Craig. Sometimes happens. It's difficult to play against 10 men and break them down. It's okay if they're a bit sloppy, but Everton have been far from sloppy. They've been compact. Their work rate has been excellent. They've hurried Blackburn at every stage of this match in the first half, and they've got the just rewards.
Tell you what, this is almost the same blade of grass that last free kick was taken from. Again, it was aimed at Beattie, but this time Blackburn had learned the lesson.
Yeah, I just can't believe the poor defending for the goal.
Valenti pulled up for a challenge on Bellamy.
And he can't tackle from behind.
Time from Everton, Valenti dives in, knocked out by Osman, and he comes away with the ball, and there's a big tug of the shirt from Everton on Osman. Looked like the big little kid in the playground, that, didn't it?
There's no need for that though. That's ridiculous from Everton. They're under pressure, Everton, in their own corner flag. Yeah, he's lost the ball, but don't take your frustration out like that. Just win the ball back, keep the pressure on them.
Win. Now Savage. Gray. Pongo. Reed. Beattie bothering him. Oh, too much, he gives the ball away. It's a 2-on-2 situation. Cahill. Beattie's with him. Right ball. Not quite the right finish, but Everton full of beans.
Well, he's been terrific this first half for me, Beattie. Led by example, he's lost his strike partner, does ever so well there. And the thing is, they can't break fast enough to support the man on the ball. He drops off well, intelligent use of the space there, just behind him. Couldn't get that full purchase he needed on it. I was here early in the season doing the Everton-Wigan game when Wigan came and won here. And it's a totally different Everton side. Everton was struggling at that time. A lot of sensible people said they couldn't stay down at that particular end of the table for long, and the turnaround has been terrific, and you can see why. That work rate is so important to any team. You haven't got that, your flair doesn't come through.
And they pulled out of the challenge there as Todd read it well. Comes it to Bellamy. Pongo. Hibbert. Little rash.
Pongo make a little bit more of that foul than he should have done. And the one goes in the referee's book. And you see the challenge here, just catches his standing leg there. It's a bad one. I have no arguments about that. No need to do it there, just stand up, force him backwards. Again, another man who's put himself on the line. Another bad challenge and you're off.
Beattie. Getting left all alone. Oh. It was hit to hit. And he was knocked off the ball fairly and squarely, says Mr. Walton.
I agree with Mr. Walton. Shoulder to shoulder.
It's an adventurous shot, and the youngster Ruddy being tested from, well, to be quite honest, ridiculous angles, but Bentley has the kind of ability to attempt that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's good technique here, stayed on side. Tries to catch the keeper early and nearly does it.
Well, that tea at half-time is going to taste like champagne for Everton, isn't it?
Without doubt. First couple of months of the season, I don't think you'd have seen what you've seen this afternoon. They were down and Everybody, well, not everybody, a few people were saying out, but they've responded magnificently this season and themselves in a good position.
Final first half throw of the dice for Blackburn Rovers. And it's a free kick. Valenti, in the eyes of the referee and his assistant, I think was judged to have wrapped his arm around Everton there.
Wasn't looking at the ball, just jumped into the man. The assistant got it right. Beattie, you can say all you like, but if you see the replay again, Valenti was not looking at the ball, he was looking to the man and he's jumped into him.
Led with the arm, but it's escaped a yellow card. Everton felt it was worthy of stronger punishment. All 10 of the players that Everton have on the pitch are defending this savage set piece. And they're defending it very well. The leading head was David Wears. It's been a day for guts and guile. Centre of attention has been the referee, Mr. Peter Walton. David Moyes getting his players away from controversy. He lost his third choice goalkeeper earlier in the game. Ian Turner sent off, teenager John Ruddy had to come on. And Moyes trying to keep his players away from officialdom. Well, between them they've managed to get an Everton goalkeeper sent off and disallow 2 goals. It's a day when referees up and down the country will be studying a video of this game. There have been some bizarre goings on. And by the way, there has been a goal. Half-time, it's Everton 1, Blackburn Rovers 0. What next in this rather bizarre afternoon of football? A single goal, but a handful of talking points. There's Andy Todd, who was sent off in the first game between these two teams. There's still afters concerning that game, and Beattie is caught offside. What a good game he's had.
Yeah, just led by example, and a lot of people were doubting his ability, whether it was the right move, and he's gradually got into his stride, and he's looking the player we all thought he was when he was at Southampton.
There's Pongo. Reed, it's hoisted away by Valenti. Here's Gray. Nelson. Bellamy to Reed. Good tackle by David Weir. Bentley. It's a fair cross, but easily handled by Stubbs. Savage.
Blackburn are trying this ball into the box where Stubbs and Weir are going to win everything that comes their way, or the majority of it.
Emerson's cross. Valenti's header away. Nelson. Well, we imagine the half-time team talks were quite contrasting. More of the same would have been the theme of David Moyes' lecture. Mark Hughes is a quiet man, was no doubt having a few strong words with his players. Beattie puts in beautifully. That's a fair cross. Oh, and it was just too quick for Cahill, who, guess what, was offside again.
And the flag went straight up, but again he gets in terrific positions, Cahill. We saw last season how well he does in those positions. Breaks forward, Beattie spots him, steps inside, and he stood offside this time. Again, Beattie does ever so well. He will get one of those right. If he times it well, you'll see him get a goal.
Neville. Won by Todd. Here's Reed. Ooh, Bellamy. Said to have got a fraction early.
He's the key to the recovery for Blackburn, Bellamy, with his pace. Intelligent player. And when the ball is played, he's onside there.
Football mile onside, wasn't he?
But again, it's the problem of seeing when the pass is actually played, when it leaves the player's foot to when the timing of the run is made. It's impossible for an assistant referee to do that.
Arteta. Came off Gray. Now Neville. That was out of play. Really at this point of the season where the fitness kicks in, can be a survival of the fittest. It's going to be a strenuous second 45 minutes for Everton.
It's mentally, not strength. That's where you've got to be strong more than anything. Concentration levels have got to be kept up.
Beatty, now he was lent upon in the area there. Maybe the referee was on the blind side, and a second penalty appeal in the space of seconds for the Merseysiders. Now Cahill feeding Hibbert. It's a good cross from Hibbert. Nelson to Gray. Now Bentley. Pongo. Bentley's cross, and well, just enough from Valencia. Not sure he cleared that by design. It's just a case of sticking his head in the way.
Showing no sign of being less incident-packed than the first half, this is it. Well, you see Arteta, and he's claiming a bad one there from Reed. I think he's gone in with the intent of winning the ball. His eyes weren't on it, to be fair. There's the penalty shout. Nelson's all over. Well, he goes down easy. His hands are on his back. That's not a penalty. But
Bentley's double step over, but the shots from distance have been very poor from Blackburn.
Well, Everton will be delighted with that. They're just sitting the edge of the 18-yard box. They want to shoot from there. It's got to be spot on to beat a top-quality keeper. And he is off balance when he does it, and he's not been tested, bloody at all.
Arteta. Bentley will dig it in.
I think Arteta wanted advantage there. He's done well. He's the stronger of the two and went away with the ball. But the flag did go straight up.
Again, Blackburn don't defend with the full complement. They've left a few up front. Arteta takes it quickly, and the referee gives Everton the corner. They're 1 or 2 in blue. Felt there may have been a penalty call there.
Well, that's the first thing I was looking at. My first thoughts was he held back here. There's no offsides. You see Savage go in. And there's been an injury. You see a better angle here. Did Savage just nudge him? He got across the front of him. There may have been a little bit of contact.
Maybe the corner was a compromise, because it didn't seem to come off a Blackburn player either.
No, it didn't. Being on the blind side of the referee, Robbie Savage got away with it. It's good defending.
Ian Osman, the player in question, he took a heavy landing. Well, they're bringing on the stretcher. He will not want to go off. Stretcher set back. Of course, if you're injured, you have to go off to come back on. Everton facing Blackburn with a two-man disadvantage. Some movement in the area. Savage the first to the ball again. Here's Arteta. Valente to the far post where there's Cahill. Got a bad header down! another one disallowed. The referee and his assistant signalling a push from Alan Stubbs.
Well, I said things are still going to happen in this game, and there's another one. He's gesticulating there was a push by Stubbs. So high ball in, lovely ball to the far post, and there is a shove in the back, a clear shove in the back. Beattie tries to get out of the way, jumps on Brad Friedel, but there is a push in the back there.
It was a double whammy because if it hadn't been the push, Beattie was offside and got in the way of Friedel.
To be replaced by number 16, Tugai.
He's looking at his watch. He must be hoping that the next 32 minutes go quickly. Blackburn have made a change. Savage has gone off. Tugai has come on. Maybe they're looking for some leadership. And also they bring on Sergio Peter, the young German who's come through the Blackburn Academy system.
Oh, I'm surprised Robbie Savage is the man to go off. I think he's always a player who makes things happen out there. Tugai, I'm not surprised to see. I think he's so influential, so pleasing to watch when he's on the ball.
Brett Emerton, the other player sacrificed by Mark Hughes.
I think we see how much that Blackburn do miss Pedersen. He's instrumental for them. He gives them that extra.
It's a little chip and well, adventurous from Bentley.
Oh, it's not a bad effort, worth a go.
Sometimes they go in, but for him it's usually against Manchester United that they go in.
Well, we see him there, it's not on target, and again, the keeper's not been tested. They'll be disappointed with that. I thought every chance they'd get, they'd put it under his crossbar, just see what he's made of, but they've hardly put the ball near him.
Valente. Phil Neville to Stubbs. Cahill. Neat and precise from David Moyes' team. Now they take a chance. It's close to being handballed by Gray. Tugai gets his first touch. That's a very poor first touch. Nelson to Peter. Boney. Snared by Weir.
That's a terrific challenge by Weir. The art of tackling is clearly not there. You'll love to see a tackle timed to perfection. And there was no foul there at all. I think he's claiming Bellamy that it's his throwing.
Everton substitution, please show your appreciation for number 21, Leon Osman.
Well, when you're down to 10, there's no room for a player who may be carrying a knock or an injury, and Leon Osman was flattened a few minutes ago. So David Moyes opts for the change. On comes Kevin Kilban.
Plenty of experience with Kilban. Straight into the unit that has been very strong out there for Everton the whole of this match so far.
There's Weir. Tugai. Ryan Nelson. And Teta sensibly skies it. Underneath it will be Beattie. A little nudge in the back from Tugai there, ignored by the referee.
That's a clear foul.
Peter, nice ball to Gray. Cross as well. Thin air kick, and a pretty poor attempt from Lucas Neal.
It is a poor attempt. You probably don't want it fall to him at the far post. This is better. They get it wide, get it there early, deliver early. That should have been a better effort, wasn't. And then again, he's leaning back, and it's an audacious effort from there. It would have been better squaring it back across, trying to make something happen.
2 weeks ago, he was the 4th choice goalkeeper, struggling to get a game for the reserves. And now, there's only him and Chris Woods.
Well, I said to Woodsy before the game, I said, I thought you'd be on the bench. He said, it might be closer to the truth than you think.
Well, there are some managers out there that don't always select a backup goalkeeper. They may want to take a long look at what's happened to Everton over the past 4 or 5 days. Todd.
I think the disappointing me about Blackburn is the strikers haven't really moved Stubbs and Weir out that comfort zone in the centre. You've got to drag them into areas that don't feel comfortable and allow the midfield to break into the gaps and the holes that they leave there. It's been quite comfortable. They're in that zone where they know they can head it, kick it, and there's no danger.
Lucas Neal, the right back, leading the Blackburn charge. Kilban. Well, there's been a 50-50. They tend to have been won by the boys in blue.
Even 60-40 against at times. The Everton players have been winning those.
That won't go down well with Mark Hughes. That's not his style. Bellamy flips it up, and the youngster ready. Single-minded.
Yeah, it's really the first thing he's had to do in the second half. He came out first half and punched one, and saw the pressure he's been put under.
It's a good kick as well. He's aiming for an assist as Friedel comes. Doesn't get a full hand on it. Beattie. And scrambled away by Ryan Nelson. What a great game James Beattie's having.
He's been magnificent. And again, it's allowed to bounce. Friedel doesn't come with any conviction. His own man catches him there. Tries to hook it on target. Would have been on target.
Blackburn substitution, number 29, David Bentley, replaced by
David Bentley is taken off. There's 18 minutes remaining, so they've taken a flair player off and put on a big muscle-bound centre forward. Delay Selko.
So essentially, that was never a muscle-bound centre forward. Never have been. But thanks for that anyway.
The centre forward bit, right? Anyway. Neal plays it up. Kuchi goes straight into the thick of the action. Takes on two. Oh, Peter slips at a vital moment, which maybe sums up Blackburn's afternoon. Pungo takes a deflection, and Ruddy has to go down, and he prevents the corner.
Well, that was an awkward spinning ball for the young boy there. Dealt with it well, and exhale of air out his cheeks there. Not the best of balls in again. There's a handball there, been harsh, but does well. It's spinning all over the place, keeps it in.
Hey, you embarrassed about your performance?
It's a good ball, and offside again.
I think these two assistant referees are going to have to go out in wigs and long coats this afternoon when they finally leave here, because this crowd hasn't taken to them, to be fair.
It's a loose ball which is seized upon by Arteta. Great first touch. Oh, dear me.
Well, this one will be interesting. They did step up, they kept a high line, and again his arm must be so sore, the man there with the flag. It's gone up so many times, and look at the run now. They step up, and that's very, very close again. The release of the ball there, touch and go, difficult one to judge that.
It was an impossible one to tell, really, wasn't it?
You look at the markings on the pitch for a little bit of guidance at times, because when they are that close.
Some people say that being the England manager is the most difficult job in football. I think being a referee's assistant at Goodison Park is close to it at the moment. Here's Kuchi. Peter. Lashes one in, it takes a deflection, and what a great save by the teenager running.
Just about to say again, it's a long distance shot. Everton will be happy. Kuchi back as well. One thing in his mind, he's going to have a go here. Takes a wicked deflection. Look at the agility there, the awareness. That's a top quality save.
Players flying in from all directions. Will Everton crack under this pressure? It's flown in. It's a block this time by Beattie, who's back on defensive duty.
Kuchi certainly made a difference in the 5 or so minutes since he's been on. He's a more physical threat in that box.
Tom. Pongo. Twisting and turning, but going nowhere.
That's terrific defending. They stood on the feet. You know, if you dive in, you've got a chance of giving a pen away, and they were prepared to do that. It's one thing about the Everton back four, they are experienced.
Now with Stubbs and Weir reunited. Both have a contract to the end of the season. And Valenti, of course, also here till the end of the season from Porto. Beattie comes to the halfway line, so he can't be offside. Takes on all comers.
Desperate for help there he was, and it wasn't fast in coming. But his graft has been one of the highlights for me, James Beattie. He looks out on his feet.
Lucas Neal has given up his defensive responsibilities and just tapped to the ankles of Valenti.
Well, if he did, it's not the best decision. He's had a go there.
It's a silly thing to do. He laid a hand there on the Everton fullback, right in full view of the referee.
It's a terrific ball, good concentration, gets across him. There's a little clip of the heels, whether it's accidental or not. There was a definite one there. He started to look a threat, Neil, on the far side, getting forward a little bit more than he was in the first half.
Two guy hits it long. Bellamy. Peter. Gray. Two guy. Neal to Reed. Reed's cross. Hibbert goes to Worm's eye view to get it away. Oh, dear me. Valenti has ridden a few challenges today, and Reed doesn't like it. Reed walks away, tries not to accentuate the situation, and for a number of fouls this afternoon, Valenti is going to get his name in the book.
Valenti knew he'd done wrong, and Reed's reaction was uncalled for.
Well, he didn't really have a defence, did he? He was a little rash with it. And Reed did well for him, getting straight back upon his feet, not making the most of the situation. Two back. Stopped by Valenti.
It's any surprise that since two guys come onto the pitch, Blackburn have had the best phase of play.
Little header. Virtually off the line from Hibbert. Peter's cross again. Oh, no, complete miss kick from Kilban.
And again, the quality of the cross was very, very poor. They get lucky here, Blackburn, because look at this, doesn't get off the floor. There's wild swipe there, does bobble. Luckily, it was high and wide.
Long route to goal, and Roddy just watched it in case.
Signs of tiredness definitely creeping in there with Everton. There's no surprise. Peter deserves. It's a cute angle. There's got to be some shot to beat the keeper from that angle.
Sergio Peter, the German, with a shot.
Appreciation for number 8, James Beattie.
Well, James Beattie has run himself into the ground today. He departs a goal-scoring hero with 11 minutes to go. Will he be the match-winning hero? And it calls for fresh, determined legs, and Everton have those in the shape of the veteran Lee Carsley. Now Arteta. What incredible energy the Spaniard has. Well, it was the tiniest of touches there from Tom.
He said he didn't touch him, and on the first look there, he may have a point. Does ever so well. Didn't touch him at all. He's dived. Wrong way. Got to be a card the other way, and Todd knows it.
And when Arteta winding up Todd, he knows that he's got a short fuse. Now Arteta not exactly winning friends in the Blackburn team.
It was a blatant dive to get somebody booked, and that's wrong. And the referee got it wrong.
Well, I know that the Premiership referees get together so often and they scrutinise games and how they can do things better. I think this is really going to be a case study for the elite officialdom in English football.
Well, the goalkeeper got sent off early in the game, but young Ruddy's done very well. Everything's been asked of him since. Protection from his back four.
Nobody in their right mind leaving Goodison Park early, no matter how long the queues may be. Kilback. And it's over. The most bizarre of afternoons at Goodison Park. Where do you start? David Moyes, I think, is going to go lock himself in a dark room. He lost his third-choice goalkeeper earlier in the game. Had to throw on a rookie. John Ruddy's kept a clean sheet. Beattie played an absolute blinder to score the winning goal. They had 2 disallowed, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. A gutsy togetherness performance. Typical Everton. Typical Everton. And they eke out their 6th home win of the season, their 5th by a single goal, but they won't work harder than this all season to get a positive result. Wonderful afternoon, great game, typical Premiership. Final score, Everton 1, Blackburn 0.
Well, you must be shattered. What a game.
Yeah, it was. I think I've probably had to work as hard as some of the players, trying to push and pull them, but nevertheless the players put in some effort today and their character shone through right to the end.
You're not having a good run of luck with your goalkeepers. What was your reading of the situation when young Ian Turner got sent off?
I think the referee's called it right. Young goalkeepers come into the team and what you can give them is the experience of making decisions, and decision making for goalkeepers is probably the biggest part of their game. You can do loads of shooting, crossing and finishing, they can look great, but it's when the balls come over the top of defenders, do they know the distance, is it going to run through to them, is it not? And you can get caught out, but we've got a lot of high hopes for them and he'll learn from that today.
Oh, what an afternoon, what a great game.
Yeah, it was a strange one, to start off with. It was going to be a hard game against Blackburn. And, to go down to 10 men after 10 minutes was an even bigger blow, but, I could see it in the lads' eyes. They were mad up for the game, and they didn't have to put a shift in today. And, we got through a lot of work there. And, as I said before, there's a lot of workers in the side, and there's a lot of talented footballers as well. And we put a shift in today, and not that I haven't been before, but I'm very proud to be an Everton player today.
A Mark, a most frustrating afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're disappointed. We're up against a side that's down to 10 men after nearly sending off. Keeper obviously gets sent off as well. We're up against a side 10 men, full choice keeper, and never really tested him in any way, shape or form, and that's the disappointment from our point of view. We had plenty of possession, as you would expect, given the fact that we had an extra man, but never really created any clear-cut chances. And fair play to Everton. I thought they were excellent today, really worked hard for what they got, and I thought Goodison Park crowd were excellent as well. In fact, became 11th men for them, and just drove them on, and credit to them.
If you see the effort the rest of the lads put in, then you've got to match that, and the fans expect it, and we expect it from ourselves. And even though we were down to 10 men today, it felt like we had 14, 15 on the pitch with the fans, because they were magnificent again, and it helps us a lot.
And James Beattie got your winner. Was that arguably his best performance in an Everton shirt?
I think he's had some really good performances for Everton in the last month or two, and I think today, in a way, that's the way he likes to play. Sometimes when he's on his own, he can do extra work, and his work is what he's renowned for. And he got a good goal, and it keeps his sort of goal tally ticking over.
So Everton beat Blackburn by a goal to 0 at Goodison Park.